So we're going to start a pretty exciting project today, and we are looking forward to it. It's pretty neat. I think you guys will enjoy it too. What we're going to do is from the corner of this house, we're going to come out 18 feet, which is probably another 6 feet past me. We're going to go down past, there's a window, door, and then 3 more windows. We're going to go past the 3 windows, come out 18 feet. So we're going to have an 18-foot by 36-foot deck out here. And then we're going to put a porch cover that's, I think, 12 by, I forget what. So it'll come out to about here, and then we're going to come up with a roof line and come inside of that. Then we're going to have a clip corner right here, and we're going to step down 3 steps, and we're going to build a deck for a hot tub. And then there's going to be steps that go down beyond that. And then we're going to have rails on it. This will have steps that go the whole length, and then there's going to be steps on that side, and then built-in benches. So we're pretty excited. And then we're going to put in a French door, sliding glass door, something, I forget what. But it's going to be a pretty exciting project, and I imagine it'll probably take a couple days, but we're really looking forward to it, and I think you guys will like it a lot. Oh, hey there. So a couple things I want to talk to you guys about. First of all, parenting. And I realize that I'm nobody to talk about parenting, but apparently neither is Will Hoffman. So people make bad decisions during this quarantine. A lot of people are abusing their children, and that's sad, and there's a lot of domestic violence and things going on, and that's sad. But sometimes it's just neglect or just really bad decisions. So Will Hoffman decides that he's going to let his son work with me. Come on over here. So Lincoln has been working with us for about 27 minutes. Okay, yeah, we'll call it 2 hours. And already he has drank 3 gallons of water. He has told me that he's got a Coke addiction. It's Coca-Cola, but still, I think that that's bad parenting. He has decided he's going to get a neck tattoo of like a nail gun on the side of his neck, and he's decided to drop out of school. So that is bad decision. You need to go back to your dad. Get out of here. All right, so now, let me talk to you about Mike Femister. Come over here. Mike Femister is a welder. He's a former drummer of Tripping Daisy, and I don't even know how many other bands, like 7,000 or something like that.
Something.
Yeah, he's pretty much amazing. He owns his own welding company, and anytime I need welding work done or metal work done, I call Mike Femister because we're friends, and he does amazing work. So
the best.
He probably is the best. At least definitely the best welder leaning on this fence right now, hands down. Yeah, and knees up.
Good place to be.
It really is. So there's a lumber shortage right now, which is great. Thanks, COVID. And so we had to go to Home Depot, and they didn't have anything. They made some joke like, "Hey, look over here. There's all our lumber." I'm like, "It's empty." And they're like, "Huh." So we got to go to a real lumber yard and go get some lumber. So it's going to delay us a little bit, but we're going to make some progress. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye. What are you guys doing? Trying to put on weight? Are you trying to fly? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to take off, man.
Yeah, take off what?
I feel like a hot air balloon. Watch this. I'm going to go on the no-fan diet.
Kenny, you look like you just lost 30 pounds.
Fan diet.
Holy, wow. You probably lost like 4 pounds or whatever that's significant for your weight class. All right, how much you guys been sweating? Let's bring out your shirts. Can you wring it out?
Well, not much. The fan's been drying it out, but...
Oh, well, here, do mine. Okay.
See what I got.
Ugh, yummy.
Hold on. Let me put my tongue under that.
So here's something that you need to know about heat exhaustion. Heat exhaustion is perfectly fine, but when you're getting a heat stroke, here's what happens. It's like you're getting a stroke of genius, like, and you have some great idea, and then, so don't do that. So if you start thinking like really smart thoughts, or what you think are really smart thoughts, and you're in the heat, go get some water, go lay down, get an AC, save your life. Seriously, you need to do that. So you're probably wondering why there's nobody else in this video with me. They all died of heat stroke today. I took them to care now. They refused service because they didn't have COVID, and they only take people that have COVID right now. So I'm sorry to the families. I'll write their eulogy or whatever in the world. I'll help dispose of the bodies. One of them, Kenny's over there. We dug a hole for him, but it was a big hole. You can't see it right now. Don't even bother trying. Anyway.
Over there?
Oh, Kenny, stop that. You're messing up my thing. Anyway, we didn't get very much done today. We worked for like, I don't know, 32 minutes today, but it's in the heat, so it counted as 28 minutes. And we got kind of a framework done, but it's going to go 6 feet farther that way, so 18 feet out, and then it's going to come another 12 feet this way, so it's going to be 36 feet wide, and then we're going to do another 10 by 14 for the hot tub, and then it'll have steps down and more steps down and rails and benches and beautiful things and a porch cover. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you, man. Dang. What a thirsty boy. Wench, that was delicious. Give me another. Just kidding. So we've been working for like 12 minutes. It's still early. We got a little bit more framed. We're gonna keep on going. We can't wait. We're gonna stay hydrated. We're gonna eat bananas. We drank pickle juice last night. Kenny cramped up a little bit. I cramped up a little bit. Hopefully we'll survive. Turns out they resurrected themselves. We had Kenny buried over here. It was very sad. We had a very small memorial. It was like this. Who's gonna work tomorrow? And that kind of sucked, like for his life just to be measured up like that. But he kind of pulled himself out of the ground like, came up. I was like, whoa, man, you want a banana? And he's like, yes. And he ate it. And he's like, and then, you know, Lincoln, his parents came and got him and gave him like a juice box or whatever, and he felt better. So that's it. There he is. He's still alive. Oh, hey there. Yeah, we just got 12 rounds with the sun. It's definitely beating us, but we're beating it too. I don't think that's really true, but I am like soaking wet. I don't know if you can see this, but I just wrung this out, and like that's from my shirt. My pants is the only dry spot on my pants right here.
Where at?
Right there. That's the only dry spot on my whole pants. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that's
gross.
soaking wet, soaking wet. Anyway, we're gonna go eat lunch because that's what we do at lunchtime, and we're gonna come back and frame some more. But we got, you know, a part of the structure. This is about half the deck. We're gonna build more out here and more over there, and then steps and things. And we're making some progress. Yay!
Okay, so my people, well, you can't see them because they're behind the camera, but those are my people. They're my brethren. They're the people that stand out here and build this huge deck.
Oh, look at all that.
That's right. I said huge deck. This is another PG-13 video.
Better make sure autocorrect doesn't take care of this.
Right. Yeah. So, and also this deck is brought to you by Mute Television. For all you mutes out there that can't hear me, I don't care. Anyways, yeah, so we did a lot. We framed a bunch of stuff. We didn't get to that side because the sun was being real rude and decided to be 110 degrees heat index. So I don't know if y'all know this or not, but every degree after like 104, well, maybe it's a little bit different for y'all because y'all are not used to being outside, but every degree after 104 on the index, you feel it. It's like getting punched in the tooth. So we got 6 extra teeth punched out by the sun today. Going 12 rounds with it.
We kind of look like a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah. That reminds me of a story, but we'll not go there. Anyways, so yeah, it's been pretty much fantastic. John's rang his shirt out about like 47 times. I don't know if y'all heard that in the background, but that's thunder because we're leaving and now it's going to rain and be cool outside. And that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
I would say that was thunder, except for it's 2020. It might be Godzilla.
Oh, well, hold on. You bring up a good point. How pretentious is it of English speakers to call a Japanese monster Godzilla when they know darn well that they can't pronounce that? It's Godzilla.
Godzilla.
It's Godzilla.
Did you hear, you stupid rat-eyed pig?
Anyways, so yeah, so as of right now, the deck has been pretty much tested and approved. And I'm gonna show y'all how we do that real quick.
Did you Kenny test it?
Yeah, I'm gonna Kenny test and approve it for y'all on film right now. You ready?
Yeah. Wow, that thing's not moving at all. I don't even feel you over here.
That's right.
And you look really cool too. Like, do your hardcore dance. Picking up change.
Yeah, picking up pennies.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah. What about starting the lawnmower?
Yeah, like this.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And then donkey kick.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. Oh, yeah, that's good.
What's the other one? Oh,
Good.
crazy windmill.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too. That's real good.
And I'm too tired to do anymore.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, hey there. Me, I'm just sitting here just contemplating life and, you know, things about it. Yeah, we did some work this morning. We got some more work to do, but this is what I've been thinking about. First of all, me and Kenny get a lot done, partly because we're ninjas, and that's very important, but also because we're a team. And I don't mean just like we happen to work next to each other. I mean like he respects me and I respect him. If he's hurting, I pick up the slack. If I'm hurting, he picks up the slack. Like we care about each other. We're not dogging each other. We're not saying bad things about each other. And I just wonder like how many people's lives would be better if people that they worked with, if they loved them and if they were kind to them, and you know, that people with their spouses, people with their kids, their families, just everything. Like it's so much more productive and so much a better life just to be kind to the people that are around you all the time and support them, and you get so much more done. It's not anti-productive. So I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, I realize we shouldn't talk about spiritual things on the show, just kidding, but what if when you die, and hear me out on this, what if when you die there's literally just nothing? I know this is not a popular opinion, but then you're just floating around in nothing, And then off in the distance, you see something, so you get closer. There's no rush, you know, you got eternity. You get there and there's just like a shriveled up grape. And you think, huh, I guess everything in life really did happen for a reason. So we're just celebrating 4th of July Eve, or what I guess you call that 3rd of July. I don't know. I don't even know what day that falls on this year. But nevertheless, we're celebrating our independence by refusing to participate in your stupid recession. And yeah, so we cause trouble everywhere we go. But today we made the deck bigger, which is great. We modified a little bit because once you get into real life, you modify things. And we're pretty excited about what's gonna happen. Here, spin around the side, Kenny, so we see. So here, we're gonna have benches that are gonna come out and turn the corner and come to here, benches. Then here, we're gonna have a little bit of a landing, and we're gonna have stairs that go down, and they're gonna have like a leveled off area with a fire pit, which is gonna be pretty rock and roll. From here, that way, there'll be a rail that goes around. There'll be a set of stairs that goes down. They're gonna have a hot tub over there, pretty exciting. And then kind of like the whole thing will be a step coming down over there and over here, and then wrought iron fence, which is pretty beautiful. Now let me show you what else we're gonna do to celebrate the 3rd of July. Kenny and I are pretty strong. A lot of people don't know this about us. I mean, obviously Kenny has a heart of an ox, and I don't have a heart at all. But what we like to do is we play concrete block Jenga. We're not gonna demonstrate right now, but we'll get a block from the bottom and kind of push it out and see if it falls down. And we're actually pretty good. We can just like slide one right out and then put it at the top, and we play this for hours. We'll get it way, way tall. And it's pretty amazing what we do. Sometimes it falls. You hope there's no kids or animals around, but if there are, you know, you just like apologize or whatever, and that's pretty much how it works. So happy 3rd of July. Love you guys. See you tomorrow morning.
For everybody to see what the camera guy has to go through when he's filming John, okay?
You make it sound so bad. Today, as most of you know, we're celebrating Dependence Day. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So,
Or Depends Day for old people.
it definitely depends day. How does a really old person's bathroom smell? Depends. So Dependence Day is a day that we celebrate whenever Malcolm X, back in the year 0, I think, Malcolm X came across and he freed the slaves from Pearl Harbor. And that's what we're celebrating today. I think, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention in school. So we're working because we work too much and we're ninjas, but we also play hard. And so today we're gonna finish this deck, hopefully, this deck part of it, and get it all shirted up and stuff, and then build a little box and whatever. We might get started on the porch cover. I don't really know. I can't predict the past. But the future, I definitely got that. All right, see you guys soon. I got an awful lot of pushback on my last video because we weren't being safe. And you know how much I care about safety and Kenny and his life, because he called his mom called me, and she's all like, boo-hoo, my son, he's gonna fall like 8 inches and hurt himself, maybe break his legs off or whatever, I don't know what. Anyway, so because safety first or third or whatever number it is, we went ahead and put this down. Also, I got Kenny some steel-toed flip-flops, which is pretty nice. And I guess since it's Independence Day, we also need to talk about 4th of July safety. Right now, in America, there's a bunch of people that do not fully appreciate the fact that they still have 10 fingers. Tomorrow, they probably will regret some things that they've done. I think that the devil approves this message, but Kid Rock definitely does not. Be safe, kids. You probably noticed that it's a little cooler today. It's about 102. But with this breeze, it really feels like it's only 101. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's been snowing just on us a little bit, which is super nice. So we started the porch cover, and what we got to do, a lot of people don't know this, is you have to cut back, not just to, here, I'm gonna show you. So, come on. Here's a good lesson in life, all right? This board right here, that's called fascia, okay, because it's on the face, so it's fascia, F-A-S-C-I-A. I'm tired. And then this is drip edge, and that's the shingles. This is soffit. Anything that's sealing on the outside is soffit, and this is a freeze board. So,
did you say soft tit?
Soft tit. It's my favorite. Anyway, you don't want to just come up to this or to this, because half the weight of this whole thing is going to be hanging off that, and eventually it's going to pull down. It's going to fall. So, what we do instead is we cut back to the wall that's up on top of it. And then we let half the weight of this whole thing is resting on this wall, which takes weight all the way down to the concrete. And then the other half is distributed across these four 6x6 cedar post. So then what we're gonna do once we get back from lunch is we're gonna put what's called a rat run on there. So these are still kind of like wobbly, right? And the rat run, I'll show you later, stiffens all that up and lets me walk on it so that then I can frame up the roof and get going. So I'm not that funny right now because I'm pretty sweaty and tired, but hope you guys enjoy it and we'll see you soon. All right, love you, bye. So you're probably in deep thought like me. And you're thinking to yourself, so how do they do this? I'm gonna explain it to you because nobody ever explained it to me and it just makes your life easier. So to make a gable, now a gable is when you have that triangle right there with some siding on it, okay, that's a gable. If that laid flat, kind of like this does, that's a hip. See how that comes up the roof like that and it kind of lays into itself like this? That's called a hip, this is called a gable. So to make a gable, first you get a ridge board, and the ridge board is that top center board that all the rafters come into, okay? And you got to get that to the right height. So then you're like, how do I know what the right height is? I'm glad you asked. So on your square, you probably don't pay attention very much because maybe you just don't. So this tells you, this is a 1 to 12 pitch, a 2 to 12, 3 to 12, 4 to 12, 5 to 12. Everything in roofing is basically based on a 12 ratio, right? So let me demonstrate what that means. So let's just say that we're gonna come 12 feet out, right? So here's 12 feet out roughly, right? So a 1 to 12 pitch, a 1 to 12 pitch means that you're 1 foot tall for every 12 feet out. So that's a pretty shallow pitch. And obviously a 212 is, you know, slightly steeper. A 312 is the minimum that you need if you're gonna do composition shingles, right? Not some kind of flat roof type of thing. So you need to have at least a 312. We went on this one to a 412. So that means for every 12 feet out, we're gonna go 4 feet up. In this particular case, it's 24 feet wide, so half that's 12, so we just went 4 feet up, plus the width of the board, which is 5.5 inches. And we cut that. So what that means is that every angle cut that we have is gonna be a 412 pitch. So if you look on your square, okay, so let's go over here to a board, I'll show you. If you got a board, right, then you come to your pivot point. See how it says pivot right there? Can you see that? Yeah, pivot, okay. And you come out till you're at a 4 right here. You see that? That's a 412 pitch, right? So then pull back. That is your angle, right? And it also tells you that that's 18 degrees. See? Right there is 18 degrees. And so all your stuff, if you set your miter saw to 18 degrees, over there when you make your cuts, I'm sure you have it set to that.
Yeah.
So you set your miter saw to 18 degrees, and all your cuts are all going to be like that. They're all going to be 18 degrees, right? So then when you put it up to the ridge board, then you're at the right pitch, and it's not all wide or whatever.
You want to tell them about long to short, how to cut them?
So, okay. So so let's come over here. So if you were to cut that same thing, right? There's a couple things. This is an imaginary rafter. These aren't these short, but watch out. So let's say that we wanted to go whatever our measurement is, 40 inches long to short. So we take that and we go 40 inches, right? And then you take your square from your pivot point, come out to the 412 pitch. That is, because that's the long side and this is the short side, right? And then that's going to sit right up in there, and then you're going to have level fascia boards. So also there's a bird's mouth. So if you got a notch in the way, then you'd be like, okay, well, this bird's mouth happens to be, I don't know, 32 inches, right? And usually it's 1.5 inches to 2 inches, depends on what you're doing, up. So to make a bird's mouth, then you come again like this with your pivot to hit a 4, right? So I'm at a 4, and I'm at this intersection, and you make it square, and then that's your bird's mouth, okay? So
can you point out to them, since
So
we're doing like on the square where the common and uncommon numbers are on it? Because so on the bottom, you've got your common cuts, and the top is uncommon, I believe.
right, your hip valley, right?
Yeah, hip valley. Yeah.
So, and then this is the degrees that it is, so it'll tell you. And then obviously you can do a 45, right? So if you just did this, then that's a 45, or that's square, which is what most people use it for, but you can also do all this. So the way that sits, come on over here. You can see from this side, right? So then the way that sits is that this one touches your ridge board, and this one is going to touch your fascia out here, and then this bird's mouth is going to be where this notch is, right? We went a little deep on our bird's mouth, but it doesn't matter. And then that will make it strong. And then we got to reinforce that and deck and everything. But it's freaking hot, and we're done for the day. So we're gonna go swimming. Love you guys. Oh, hey there. So you're probably thinking, how do I figure out the pitch on a roof? Well, I'm glad you asked. So this is a 4-foot level, right? So what we want to do is we want to get level, which that's pretty simple. Just get that bubble. Then we get a square, so we're making sure we're coming off straight and narrow here. And then we're gonna measure that, okay? So it's kind of a lot to hold. I feel like a klutz here. But basically, let's get level. Yeah, so we're 33 inches for 4 feet, right? So then you divide 33 inches, we'll call it 32 inches, just to be easy, by 4. So that gives you 8. So you're at 8 to 12 pitch. So that's what this pitch is right here, right? This roof is an 8-12 pitch. This roof over here is a 4-12. So they match up, and they're gonna be, it's a pitch change. So over here, you're like, well, how do you figure out what that math is? I'm glad you asked. So here's what you do. Get real close so you can see this over here, Russell. All right, so an 8-12 pitch is a 35-degree angle, right? And a 4-12 pitch is an 18-degree angle, roughly, right? So we know that this is a 35-degree angle, but to come into that roof from level, we'd have to do the inverse of that. So you figure that we're taking from 90 degrees, taking 35 off, which leaves you with what?
9 minus 35?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
26.
That's incorrect. 90 minus 35.
Oh, 90.
Yeah, it's 55 degrees. Very good.
I thought you said 9.
So we know that that's a 55-degree angle right there, and that's how come we got that in there so good. And then these are compound cuts, so they're going to be 55 degrees, or sorry, they're going to be a 35 degree this way. And then the way that we figure this math out is that we know that that's 18. So then you take 18 off of 90 degrees, and that leaves you a 72. And so this is a 72 degree at a 35. It's a compound cut. So that's how you figure out these angles. And yesterday we talked about rat runs, so I'll show you what the rat run is. A rat run is a place where rats can run. So right over here, what we do, if I was walking across these and they're 12 feet long, which they are, and there's nothing stabilizing them, that would hurt. They just wobble and I would fall and I'd get hurt. So instead we nail this board all the way down, 2 per, and then we nail this board to the side, and it's almost like you're giving it the strength of the 5.5 inches, the 6 inches, the 2x6, but then you're also nailing it all the way across here. So that right there gives it a bunch of strength, so I can walk right on that, and yeah, there's no problem. And we call that a rat run because the rats can run right across there. So you learn anything? I hope so. See you guys soon. The sun's not that bad right now. It's only like 106, but with this breeze, it feels like 104. Woo! Oh, hey there. We didn't do very much today. There was a point where I was up in the attic, and I'm much drier now, and most of the snow is off of me. But yeah, but Russell looked up through the hole, and he said, "Did you say you're crying?" And I'm like, "Brother, my whole body is crying right now. I am covered in sweat." Anyway, so today we framed with the roof. We finished framing with the roof. We got everything decked. We got fascia on. We got most of the siding on over here. And we got some wires in place, and then we built some stairs over here, which is great. And then tomorrow we are going to come and put the roof on, put drip edge on, finish up the siding, get soffit in, get the rest of the wiring done, and get started on this rail. So we're excited about it. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Oh, hey there. Breaking news, there's a huge solar energy spill that's going on today, so please be scared about it. Make sure you get lots of vitamin D before you go out in the sun. It'll cause cancer. I know, it's panicky. All right, so a lot of you guys know that I build stuff because I work too much, but maybe a lot of you guys don't know I am an amazing chef. Let me tell you, I can cook literally anything, and it is effortless, okay? Here's how I do it. All my recipes involve a credit card in a restaurant. So I'm like, I'll take, I guess, a number 2 and then whatever she wants. And that's pretty much how I do all my cooking. But a lot of you can probably tell just by looking at me that I really enjoy eating. You're like, that dude has never skipped a meal. And that's probably true because I live in America or whatever. But I want to solve a debate. Russell says that the way that you eat a peanut butter sandwich is like a Cookie Monster. You just put it all in there. But I like to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich like an Oreo cookie. So I like to open it up and then lick all of the stuff off of it and then put it back together and then just eat 2 soggy, dry pieces of bread. Please, please comment on this and help me to figure this out, because I think I'm right and Russell probably knows he's right. All right, see you guys later. So the roof's done. And it's pretty hot. It's, you know, roughly 1,000 degrees or whatever. That's all sweat. It's pretty nasty. So my friend Mike down there, he's like, well, things could always be worse. I'm like, you got more of that story? And he goes, no, I don't know how they could be worse, but I think they could be. I'm all like, okay. So I've got another friend, and he's always like, things could be worse. You could be at the bottom of a deep, dark pit filled with water. But I know he means well. But then my usually go-to is, you know, like, this is way better than getting raped in prison. Or like, I could be a Siamese twin whose Siamese twin brother is gay and his boyfriend's coming over tonight and you share the same butthole. So it's not that bad, but it's still pretty hot. So I'm gonna go get some lunch. Love you guys. Hey there. So through the years, and kiss me if I'm wrong here, maybe I'm stupid. Through the years, people have said things like, it's cold as hell out here. And I think, who does your math? You need to fire that accountant. That is dumb. Because if this is anything like hell, it's time to repent for whatever in the world it is that you did wrong. Get right with Jesus. That's all I got today. All right, so we're not wiring because I'm not a licensed electrician, but today you're gonna learn some stuff because I've been doing this for 30 years, not legally. All right, so if people wanna know how stuff works, come closer. This is a breaker box, okay? This is not my breaker box. What happens is, these wires come in right here from your power lines. Whether they either come in from overhead power lines or from up underneath, it goes to a meter base, which looks like a circle, and that's what reads your power, and it comes in here. This is a hot, this is a hot, this is a neutral. So you get a 110 leg, a 110 leg, and a neutral. So that the 110 and 110 makes 220, okay? So this comes in here, then there's a main breaker. The main breaker breakers it off. This comes across this bar that you can kind of see down here, and then it basically, the bar is shaped like jack-o'-lantern teeth, okay? So it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then this one goes back and forth, back and forth. So what happens is, then the neutral is connected to this lug nut here, that's connected to this bar, that's connected to this bar, and this bar. So technically speaking, your ground and your neutral can be on the same thing, right? This is a ground bar because it's easier to tell. So all those are bare wires, which means all those are grounds. So you stick the wire in there, you tighten it up, that's your ground. On this side, you got all whites, so that's all your neutrals. You stick those in, you tighten them up, and you're good to go. You can touch any part of this breaker box except for right there where there's bare wires, and in these things, and in here, right? That's what'll shock you. It'll knock your hand off. It's not a good idea. So then what happens is you take your breaker. I'm not gonna take any of these apart because the homeowner's in there. But basically you turn your breaker off and you flip it out and you pull it out, and then you take your, so like this for example, okay, this is coming in for a hot tub, right? So basically we would take this neutral, or sorry, this ground and stab it into the ground bar. We'd bring this around and stab it into the neutral bar. And then these two are hots, right? Because it's a 220. So we take both of these, strip them back, put them in the right place, and then put them onto a breaker into these holes right here, tighten those down, make sure it's off, stick it in place, snap it in, and then turn it on, and then you're good to go. And that's how power works. So then from there, then these are 20 amp breakers, right? So that's probably what you're gonna have in your house. That's 12 gauge wire. Then 30 amp breakers is gonna be 220, so that's usually gonna be 10 gauge wire, 40 amp and so on. So these are usually, 60 amp is probably gonna be air conditioner units and things like that. 30 amp is probably gonna be water heater. The other 40 or 50 is probably gonna be your stove, things like that. Depends on what you got. But anyway, from there, you'd go from that circuit to your first opening, your first outlet or your switch or whatever, and you can do 8 to 12, and people are going to argue with me about this, openings, depending on a lot of details per circuit. So then if you've got a problem in that line, then you turn off the breaker, isolate where the problem is, fix that problem, turn it back on and test it, and you're good to go. Make sense? So now you know ridiculously basic wiring. Love you guys. You know, I always see the shadiest people underneath trees. You guys, what are you doing? I thought you were working. Is this like a union break or something? Have you done anything today? No? Well, I mean, it looks like you did some rails and stuff. That's nice. You did anything? Oh, yeah, looks like you got some soffit up. That's nice. You guys do anything?
Mostly John.
Yeah, just talk to each other. That's cool. Well, maybe we'll make some more progress today. Who knows? Mike, you got anything to say? How are you as far as welders go? Like on a scale of 1 to a million?
Yeah, 2 million.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's not bad at all. You look really cool when you smoke too. Like at first I saw you and I was like, I don't know if I want to be your friend. But then the cigarette got lit. I was like, you look like a dragon. I'm drawn to you like a cool magnet.
It attracts all the cool people.
Yeah, I can see that.
Only the cool people.
That's probably why it didn't work on me at first. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of makes you want to quit.
I'm not cool enough to smoke. Today is Saturday, and we worked for about, what do you guys say, 28 minutes, roughly? Yeah, about 28 minutes. You can tell it looks much cleaner and much more finished. Let's come on over here. So, Mike, the amazing welder and my friend, has welded up much rail and then got us set up for fence and stuff. So that's nice. Today, we put up soffit, and soffit, if you remember, is the ceiling on the outside. So we got this soffit up, and we got everything wired. We put little decorative things on the top and bottom of the post. What else do we do? We finished off the stair on the front. We finished off, let's come over here. These stairs here. There's gonna be a gate right here that opens in this direction, and then obviously a rail on this side. And then if you look over here, then there's gonna be a wrought iron fence over there. So that is truly amazing. They wanted us to say something funny, and I don't know. What do you guys got? Anything at all? Give me any topic about funny stuff or anything you want to know. Woodworking. I would want to say that it is hard to build square things in a round world. A lot of people won't tell you that, but I will tell you that. Square things, round world, almost a physical impossibility. And the flat earthers will definitely disagree with me on this one, but they're wrong. And there are flat earthers literally all around the globe. And that's all I got to say about that. I'll see you guys on Monday. Love you all. We worked again today. This is day 8 on this one. Is that right? 8 or 9? Something like that. It's probably about 28 minutes, roughly. Mike, the welder, has done beautiful work, as you can tell. He's got all this rail up everywhere. We lack a little bit. We're gonna have to come back on Wednesday and do that. And they've been here since what, 5:30 this morning? Mm-hmm. And a lot of you guys are like, how do you guys work out in this heat? Like, how do you have such endurance inside of you that you can handle this hard weather and the just heavy stuff and bleeding and sweating and all dirty and all this stuff? And I don't know about the rest of the world, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you why I can. When I was 16 years old, a lot of you guys probably already know this, I overdosed and died and went to hell. And everything since then has been a blessing for me. Literally everything that I do has been like, this is way better than being in hell. This is way better than I expect and way better than what I deserve. And so literally every day, everything, no matter how bad it is like, this isn't that bad. And so I'm very, very, very grateful for that. If you guys want, I'll put a link in there. I've got a book called A Wretch Like Me, and it's on Amazon, iTunes, Kindle, and Audible. It's an audio book too if you're lazy. If you cannot afford whatever the cost of the book is, just tell me and I'll send you a copy. Just send me a thing. And I've also got a video called Life After Meth. I'll put that in there too. Anyway, I just think that we live in a world where everybody insults each other all the time, and everybody is sarcastic to each other all the time, and nobody really gives each other compliments. And I think that that's a sad state of affairs. I think that we need to love each other. I think we need to compliment each other. I think we need to encourage each other and lift each other up. I believe in love, and I believe in forgiveness, and I believe in second chances, and I believe in a world where we can actually be kind to each other, regardless of what in the world the media tells us to do or anybody else tells us to do, that we can focus more on our similarities than our differences, and we can power through, and we can be amazing people. So I believe that, and so it is true, and you guys can believe that as well. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. So, at long last, as the prophecy foretold, we have finished. Mike has done an amazing job. Motor has done an amazing job. We'll get him in there too. And yesterday, somebody said to me on Facebook, and it was, I'm not gonna mention any names, but let's just say Kevin Hanks, said that I should run for president. And many people have said that to me over the years, and I just want to emphasize, like, thank you, Kevin, for the vote of confidence. I really appreciate it. If by some weird thing, I got like a write-in vote and they're like, You got more votes than, who did you say got a write-in vote?
The gorilla.
The dead gorilla, right? Yeah. If I got more write-in votes than them, and like everybody goes, like, these are horrible choices, we're just gonna vote John in, I'd be like, thank you very much. I appreciate it. No, thank you. I hate politics. Would you take it if somebody?
Vice president, man.
We got a team here.
We got a team.
Yeah.
Vice president.
I can, like, honestly say I would not do the job. It doesn't pay enough.
Campaign slogan: We build America.
Yeah, no. I would. My campaign slogan would be like, vote for anybody else but me.
Make America built again.
Nope. I'd be like, I am done. Cash me out. Cash in my chips. I'm done with this crap. What would your policies be, though?
No, what's going on now?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, because this is I'm probably gonna lose like half my friends, and the other half are gonna share with everybody.
Welders have the right of way on the highway.
I like that.
Yeah.
What else you got?
No traffic for working people.
I approve of this message. Okay, so here's my first order of business would be to fire myself as president. That would be the very first thing. Right after that, if they were like, no, please come back, then I think I would end the stupid quarantine. And I can say that because, you know, half you guys hate me anyway and the other half love me, so whatever. I would end the stupid quarantine. Here's another thing I would do. I think I would just tell everybody, like, look, if you commit a violent crime, right? If you commit, if you're a pedophile, if you rape somebody, if you rob somebody, armed robbery, if you murder somebody, we're gonna find you with our full force, and we're gonna hunt you down, and we're gonna give you a fair trial within a week or two.
And we're gonna stick a welding rod up your butt.
And then in a week after that, you got a week to get right with God, and then you're gonna go meet him. And that's that. Everybody else, we're leaving you alone. I don't want everybody to be treated like a criminal. I don't want the government involved in anything. I'd like eliminate probably 90% of the government. So definitely do not vote for me. That's the moral of this story. Do not vote for me, because I will mess it all up. I don't know what.
Kind of sound like you're getting my vote, really.
I think you just want a couple thousand more.
Nope. I would definitely.
At least 1 million.
I would be. Nope. Don't vote for me. Please don't vote for me.
John for president.
Nope.
Build America again.
Nope. Anyway, the deck is lovely. We love the people. They've been nothing but a delight to work for. We love you guys. We love you guys.
Awesome.
And we're so happy, because I think that they're going to just love this whole outdoor experience. It's such a difference from what it was. And they're going to stain it, and they're going to decorate it. They've got exterior decorator, whatever. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll start another episode tomorrow. Love you. Goodbye.
Later.
And there's motor.